SJ पार्टी प्लानर्स, आपके ख्वाबों की ताबीर। शादी हो या मंगनी, मीटिंग हो या कॉन्फ्रेंस, या हो बर्थडे पार्टी, अब आपको मिले सारे इंतजामात एक साथ, एक छत के नीचे, बचत और सहूलत के साथ। हर किस्म की पार्टी से मुतल्लिक तमाम मसाइल का हल लेके आ रहे हैं SJ पार्टी प्लानर्स, जिद्दत और म्यार के साथ। SJ पार्टी प्लानर्स, the symbol of fashion. Call now 1-888-999-6343.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are really enjoying talking with Qaisra Shahraz. As she looked like when I was expecting her in my studio, I was thinking that I am going to meet a sort of a British woman, because when I was talking to her on telephone, her accent was a British accent. But I found her that she still has a hidden Desi woman somewhere in her, and that's the best part of it, because we should not lose our origin. And I'm always admiring such personalities. So, Qaisra, can I ask you, if you allow me to ask, like, how long you have been married?
Oh, I've been married for a long, long time. I'm not going to tell you the number of years. Long enough to have children, mashallah, who was. One's over 20, and one's 20, and one's 80. I can't even remember how many years.
Alhamdulillah, alhamdulillah. Qaisra, we have got a caller. Let's see who is there. Hello?
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 Hi, hello. Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum assalam. May I know who is this?
मैं नजमा कॉल कर रही हूँ नेपाल से।
Najma, we have got Qaisra Shahraz in our studio.
हाँ, जी मैं वो उनको कैसरा शिराज को ही देख रही हूँ और मुझे ये प्रोग्राम बहुत अच्छा लग रहा है। I'm so proud of her कि इतनी well educated और पाकिस्तानी woman। मुझे उनसे ये बस पूछना था कि उनकी किताबें अमेरिका में अवेलेबल है क्या?
हाँ बिल्कुल मेरी बहन, they are available. इधर शिकागो में बुक स्टोर में, बाबरा बुक स्टोर में है आजकल है, और दूसरी अमेज़न नेटवर्क amazon.com पे ऑर्डर आप लोग कर सकते हैं। जी जी जरूर, यस दे आर, यू कैन ऑर्डर देम ओवर द इंटरनेट।
दूसरी ये कि आपके पास आपका लिटरेचर हर तरह का होता है या किस टाइप का आपका मेन आपका सब्जेक्ट क्या है?
लिटरेचर मेन मैं नॉवल राइटिंग लिखती हूँ मेरी बहन, और ड्रामा स्क्रिप्ट्स। इज दैट योर क्वेश्चन? यही सवाल है ना आपका, ड्रामा लिखना या किताबें लिखनी? लेकिन मुख्तलिफ चीज़ें मैं करती हूँ। The only thing I've not done is write poetry. I've written drama plays, I've written short fiction and novels. लेकिन specially मैं specialize कर रही हूँ novels. I've written 2 novels which have been translated in number of countries, as well as finishing the 3rd novel. But I've also written drama serial. Probably we'll talk about it in a short while. Are you interested in writing yourself or reading, मेरी बहन?
I'm interested to read some of your novels because I just want to read. I love to read.
I think one of the reasons I came to England was really to reach out to readers like yourself. I think writers write their work in order to gain readers, in order somebody to enjoy reading. And I thought, well, America is a big place, and there are a lot of readers out there, and there's a big Pakistani community as well, and I would like to introduce my work to them. So please, Mary Ben, do go and order the book. And if you like, I think the other way, best way is order it in the library. So if there are any listeners, I would suggest the cheapest way for them is go to the local library and say, can we order Qaisra Shahraz's book called The Holy Woman? This is the book, The Holy Woman.
Oh, I see.
The Holy Woman. Pehli ye kitab thi. This was the original Holy Woman. This is the new Holy Woman. तो इसकी sequel ये है Typhoon. That's the second one. So you have to read this one first, then you have to read this one. And The Holy Woman, if you love a good love story, you are in for a treat. Women love it, especially very popular, became a bestseller in Indonesia, and they've been published in different languages. While I'm on the subject, I can show you. This is The Holy Woman in Hindi. It has been translated into Urdu, but it's not come out yet. And it's been translated into Turkish. So if you've got any Turkish neighbors or friends, that's available on the internet as well. So the books are translated into different languages as well. So I just thought I'd show them to you so you can see. ठीक है मेरी बहन?
जी जी बिल्कुल सही है, बहुत शुक्रिया आपका।
और
बड़ी खुशी हुई आपसे बात करके।
जी जी।
और इंशाल्लाह मैं बिल्कुल कोशिश करूंगी और आपकी बुक्स रीड करूंगी इंशाल्लाह जरूर।
थैंक यू सो
और
मच।
अल्लाह आपको और तरक्की दे आपके इस काम में, बहुत अच्छी बात है ये।
शुक्रिया मेरी बहन।
ओके चले ठीक है।
थैंक यू फॉर कॉलिंग, थैंक यू फॉर कॉलिंग।
यू वेलकम। अल्लाह हाफिज।
अल्लाह हाफिज।
So we were talking about like the family aspect that you said, like you have been married for so long. So like, because you know like why I'm more interested in that part of your life is that I want to let the people know here, especially in present era, when I look into it, whether you were talking about Asian communities living in America or back home, there is one issue that like they are taking marriages as wedding.
Right.
Excuse me. And since you are a writer and you can go and see deep inside the soul of a person, so can you excuse me, so can you just explain us like why it is happening, like we are converting marriages into the wedding?
It might be happening, I don't know, but what I can say is my views obviously belong to my generation as an older woman. Probably the second generation young women will have their own views. Every person has their own views depending on this. And I still share the traditional values. I believe in marriage. I think it's a wonderful thing to have. I also believe in holding on to marriage, but there's a real problem these days, especially as generations are changing, the pressures are there, people are changing, living in the West. Marriages are breaking down so very fast. And it's a real problem, and I fear for the society, because first of all, if you're living as a minority in America or UK, first of all, it's difficult getting married anywhere because you're a minority. There are not many risties around to find. And then if you slip up somewhere and people break marriages quickly, then where are you back to front? So what you're saying is they're spending more money and literally on the glamour, the glitz, on the wedding reception, not so much the afterward. It's the afterwards. You have to make that marriage work. And the pressure on the parents is, these days when parents get their children married, they're praying, saying, Allah Pak, ye shadi kamyab ho. Yehi hote. I have 3 sons, and I'm already thinking, is my son ready for marriage? Or is he not quite trained to, you know, does he know what to do, how to do? Because little things will slip up their marriage. Whereas my mother, we compromised. We learned to adjust to our husband. We found out, ठीक है, हर marriage जो होती है वो ideal नहीं होती. You have to learn to accept the pros and the cons. You can't expect that everything is ideal. लेकिन आजकल की value ऐसे हो गई कि लोग समझते कि मेरे लिए शहजादा ही होना चाहिए. वो कहते हैं मेरे लिए शहजादी होनी चाहिए. ये नहीं, अपनी तरफ नहीं देते कि हम भी शहजादे वो कहाँ से आएंगे? And then the other thing that affects me about young women these days, and I try to pass this message on to them, is for the men, time is not so much an issue. For a young woman, time is an issue. I see this in England. A lot of young women, they're into education or they're into the careers. When the subject of marriage is mentioned to them by their parents, the children say, oh no, not yet, another year. और जब रिश्ते आते हैं उनको पसंद नहीं आता, ये नहीं है, वो smoking करता है, उसका कद लंबा है, उसका ये वह है. They become very fussy as well. Before they know it, they're moving into 20s. जब late 20s हो जाती, then they're panicking, and then they reach 30. जब 30 हो जाती, तो वो रिश्ते कहाँ होंगे? वो 30 से ज़्यादा लड़के की उम्र के होंगे ना. So then it becomes suddenly there are no ristes anymore. And I have seen very eligible, very attractive, very talented young women left without a partner. वजह क्या थी कि they did not think seriously enough to get married at the right age. And my message to young women, if they're listening there, I hope they don't mind me saying this, time is a factor for women. Please think carefully. And if you want children and you want to set up a home, you cannot suddenly have babies when you want them. You might not even conceive for a number of years. When are you going to have the children? If you're 40, when are you going to have the children? So these are realistic factors that women need to take. For example, I had my first child when I was 27, second one 31, third one 33, and that was quite old for me. And I thought, my God, I'm in the middle of my career. And